Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're discussing the all new MQM3 GTX from Merrell. So beside me here we have the women's version of the MQM3. It's an awesome shoe and has been completely redesigned. Merrell describes this as the multi-tool from their brand, capable of doing a number of different things because of this design. From fast-paced walking to scrambling, this shoe can do it all. So if you're looking for a shoe that can do or handle a lot of different options, a lot of different activities, then the MQM3 might be the shoe for you. So without further ado, let's have a little chat about the shoe itself. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the top and move our way to the bottom. So obviously the uppers come first. The first thing we're met with is a mesh and TPU upper. So this has got a nice mesh construction for breathability, but you've also got some durable rubber on the top of that as well. You can see just around the top of the shoe here, around the toe area, we've got a really good rand. That's going to help protect the shoe from any bumps and scrapes, especially if you decide to use this shoe for scrambling. You are also looking at a Gore-Tex shoe. They use an invisible fit with this Gore-Tex, so it fits nice and close to the outer. And what Merrell are trying to do here is make it feel like the shoe isn't a waterproof shoe, make it as close feeling to a non-waterproof shoe as they can, while giving you the added sort of superiority of a Gore-Tex shoe, giving you the option then to use this in wet conditions. You're met with a very traditional lacing system, but this does come down nice and low, similar to what we see on an approach shoe, to give you a really good, secure fit. Inside here we're met with two bellows as well, which is going to help to keep grit, stones and other dust out, especially if you're using this for sort of a fast-paced hiking shoe. The last thing you want is rocks and bits of grit getting into the shoe itself. Coming back to the back of the shoe here, we are met with what they are calling a hyperlock heel, and what this does is it helps lock your heel in nice and securely. Really nice to see on the shoe. Again, it's using that TPU upper construction, so it's nice and durable, but it's got a bit of rigidity to it to help really lock that heel in, keep you secure on those fast-paced hikes, or if you're looking to use this shoe for scrambling, it's going to be useful for that as well. So moving down the shoe, we're met by a Vibram TC5 Plus outer sole, and what this sole is designed to do is give you the best of all worlds. Like we said at the beginning of the video, this shoe is very much designed to be Merrell's multi-tool shoe. It does a bit of everything, and they're looking for you to use this shoe in a variety of different situations, from, like we said, fast-paced hiking to scrambling. They're even talking about things like snowboarding and winter holidays. When we go down to the sole unit, you can see it's a little bit different to what you'd normally expect from a hiking shoe. We've also got some really good lugs at the back and the front of the shoe here. This is going to be great for traction. They're also multi-directional treads, so if you're going, as we spoke about in different videos, if you've watched them, when you're going downhill, certain lugs will take control of the friction and therefore the traction, and if you're going uphill, the same will apply. Different lugs will take care of that and give you traction uphill. What we're also met with is a climbing zone, and what this is a nice flat part at the front of the shoe, which is really, really grippy. It's got a good edge on it, which is going to allow you to do some really good scrambling. This isn't something you normally see on a sort of Gore-Tex hiking shoe, but it's going to give you a bit more versatility. It's going to allow you to use this shoe for hiking, which is really cool.
Along with the climbing zone, you're going to need some rigidity. Without it, you'll be unable to get purchase on those small edges. That's why the MQM3 has a full width ESS plate in the forefoot, which adds protection and rigidity to the shoe. This is then bought into Merrell's SRC midsole, standing for Superior Rebound Compound, offering additional protection without having to make the midsole thicker, keeping the shoe lightweight.
So inside the shoe, with just like many of other Merrell shoes, we have a removable footbed. So the footbed in this shoe is relatively simple. It's got a nice amount of cushioning to it, without being sort of too substantial and changing the fit of the shoe. What a removable footbed means is you can replace it with your own. That could be something for a bit of extra cushioning, or it could be something like a super feet for a bit of extra support. But this comes out nice and easily and also goes in nice and easy. It's also good that if you go out for a long day's hiking and you manage to get your shoes wet, maybe it's a bit heavy rain and the water's coming straight down your trousers into the top of your shoe. When it comes to drying the shoe, you can pop the footbed out, dry that separately, stuff the shoe full of newspaper, and you can get a slightly quicker drying time on that as well, which is really nice. Moving on to the back of the shoe here, we're met by Merrell's air cushioning system, and that is located in the heel of this shoe. And what that is a good amount of cushioning and support within the shoe, and all of that happens down here. So what it's going to do is reduce that impact strain on your foot when you're either moving at speed, or maybe you're jumping down off of a small ledge or something when you're scrambling coming back down. What it's going to do basically is relieve some of that pressure and that tension off your foot, and also reduce the impact you're feeling through the shoe, which is really nice to see. Now that we've spoken about the sole unit here, we'll talk about the fit of the shoe, probably one of the most important things when buying a piece of footwear. It's really worth popping into store and trying these shoes out and giving them a go around the shop. Everyone feels shoes differently, everything fits people differently, but I'm going to give you a rough overview of how the shoe fits. I've had a chance to try these out around the store. I popped a pair of the men's set on this afternoon, and overall a really nice fit. For me, a little bit on the narrow side, so I'd suggest this is probably a medium fit, probably would fit a narrow fit as well. You might need to look at putting a volume reducer in there, and obviously with the removable insole you could do that. But I would say overall a relatively medium fit. I don't think it's sort of edging towards that wide fit. You've got a slightly narrowed heel at the back here, which really helps lock your foot in, as we discussed earlier. It's really good for fast-paced activities and scrambling, where you just need that extra bit of security. And then I would say it becomes a relatively medium fit up towards the toe. So if you've got a medium fit foot, or you're looking for something that can maybe potentially fit a slightly narrower foot, then this could be the option for you. And finally, what are my thoughts on the shoe? So like I said, I've only had a chance to try them out around the shop and obviously look at the shoe on the internet and through some training with Merrell, and I really think these things are going in the right direction. Having a shoe that has the ability to do a number of different things is really awesome. You've got a really nice upper with a Gore-Tex liner. I like what they've tried to do by making the shoe not feel like it's got a Gore-Tex liner, but also giving you that security of having one. The shoe is incredibly light. We'll put the weight just up here for you. And moving down, you've got your nice cushioned insole here. You've got your awesome tread pattern on the bottom, which is going to give you grip and stability on a number of different terrains, especially in the UK where it can become quite wet and slippery. This is a really nice option to have. The rubber on the bottom is a nice soft compound, so it's going to be good at gripping onto rocks, which is perfect when you intend to use it for scrambling. I think that nowadays, with shoes going the way they are and things are becoming more expensive, having a shoe that can do it all is a really nice option. And that is something that the MQM3 certainly does. It's going to allow you to go out for your daily hikes, your walks across the moors on sunny days or dry days, where you're going to be following paths. It's not necessarily an off-piste shoe, but it's certainly going to be perfect for any sort of coastal path usage. But if you head over to North Wales or head up to Scotland and you want to do a little bit of scrambling, it's going to give you that option as well with the climbing zone on the front of the shoe. Overall, I've been really, really impressed by the MQM3. I think it's going to be an awesome shoe for the shop. It's going to give you a lot of versatility in one shoe, and it's going to mean you don't have to buy quite as many different options for different sports, which is really nice. So if you like the MQM3 as much as I do, it's worth trying on in one of our stores. If you're unable to make it to one of our stores, head to one of our footwear pages, scroll to the bottom, and there is an option to talk to an expert, and they'll give you a good idea of whether this shoe is going to fit you from a few simple measurements. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.